What's up, people? Um, it's Easter's, so quote unquote, but I don't celebrate Easter. um, I don't celebrate Zeus. Well, I Jesus, um, that Roman guy or English guy, um, because well, I'm speaking English, right? So Jesus is an English name. Easter's, I don't know about a rabbit that lays eggs or finds eggs, or I don't know what that means, but somebody in the comments let me know because, like I said, I'm from the reservation. I'm actually on Fort McDowell, Yavapai Nation. Um, so you guys know I ain't bullshitting because I don't bullshit. You know what I'm saying? What was that? Well, I think the Fountain Hills is Scottsdale or Snobsdale or whatever you call it. Over there. But anyways. So, like I said, looks like it's watching me over there. Hold on. It must be watching me. The lights on in it. See, that's why I don't really. I didn't really watch anything or do anything in here. So, anyways, I don't do anything anyway. So, I just basically came in here and slept. Forgot it was Easter this morning. Uh, yeah, I don't celebrate Easter. Like I said, for my first video, if you haven't watched the first video about myself, I know my history. So let's talk about something else that you guys don't talk about, and I'll expose it. Well, you guys probably heard about it, but think about this: the timeline. 2,000 years ago, quote unquote, Jesus walked around and was resurrected. If that was, I mean, not if, since it's true, because people saw it. Not if it was true, because people saw it, and I believe they saw it. But I just think the person was changed, as in Jesus, because, well, let's line it up. Again, this is why letters should be taught where they're derived from. You see what I'm saying? Where they're from. Because you guys are taught what they are and programmed to use them. So this is how they used it against you. So let me expose this. So Google or research, fact check me please, when the letter J was created. The letter J was barely created about maybe at the most I'll give it a few hundred years, okay? A few. So let's say the letter J was created 800 years ago. But the Messiah walked the earth 2,000 years ago. I hope you can make that connection, or maybe pray to Creator, not God, not Jesus. Sorry, because if you can add, you can add and subtract, right? I hope. Maybe count. Maybe I think you can count less than 2,000 years, right? I mean, I hope. I mean, modern education should be teaching you something, I hope. But yeah, let's return back. So many comments. What year was it? Like I said, I'll give the letter J a few hundred years. I'm gonna give it, but somebody tell me the real answer. Well, at least like I said, estimate it, guesstimate it. That's why I don't believe in Jesus. Not the Messiah, Jesus, the English guy. That's all I'm saying. Hear me out. Do the math. My brother talks about math all the times. I keep it simple because no, there's still there's if Jesus was preached, if you guys follow Jesus, if you saw my short from this morning from me waking up, it was Mr. Rogers. Freddie, man, good looking out, man. Much respect to you. If that's your real name, Freddie Rogers or Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers Neighborhood. Mad respect to that guy. Mad respect. If you're still broadcasting or you got a book or whatever, you know what? Hear me out. And if you got kids right now, YouTube, if you got, like I'm using YouTube platform, get all the YouTube, get every episode you can, or subscribe to Mr. Rogers Neighborhood and have your kids watch that show. Okay? Yes, it's got imagination and stuff in it, but that's what kids do. Kids need to have imagination again and not this BS of freaking AI or whatever, or I don't even have. Yes, I have a freaking phone, but I don't. You guys see me. I don't have electronics. I don't need electronics. I don't need to be cyborged out. I'm gonna be phoneless soon. I'm not gonna have a phone soon, people. So you guys are getting the last of my life. Not my life, but my, of this before I'm disappearing. Not disappear. I don't need it. Like, I'm not just. I'm living. Gonna be living. Like back in the 90s. I'm done. Misinformation. I don't know what happened, but I missed the 90s, the 80s, the early 2000s. I don't know what is going on in this world right now. So I living on the reservation now is just heaven. Even though I'm middle of nowhere, I'm middle in the desert in nowhere. You guys probably see the ones, the shorts or videos from back then. You guys see it in the middle of nowhere. It's weird, you guys. And then you guys, not you guys, I'm just saying, when growing up, like I said, experiences, I'm hearing shit. Oh, dressing up in feathers and this and that and jingles. That's like Marcus said. I'm like, cool, yeah, we did. We still do, because that's our traditions. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing about it is they're Christian, right? Or Catholic or whatever. Churches right now that are Easters, those priests and everything, that came from people that were dressing up too. Had crowns, ephods, sacrificing stuff, doing things. That's what I'm saying. Like you believe in something, but your churches don't even lay it down. Like, this is what they did. If your church teaches you that, well, cool. Like, at least you know the background of something. I know of them, the priests, the Levites, Aaron, Egypt, Moses. I read all that already. I already read all that. Apocrypha, Menashe's Gracious, the Septuagint, etc., 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 etc. Even in ancient texts. Yes, I can read ancient texts too. this is it's available, people. But like I said, this is about me. So you guys know what I'm talking about and understand me as an Inde, aka Apache, that is uneducated but knows a lot of shit of just why I didn't educate myself through and just basically just faked it through right now. And I told everybody, I've been recently telling everybody about this recently. So, because before I like go back to basically 90s lifestyle, you guys either hear about this before I leave, because I hope you guys freaking honestly take back your guys' country. I'm just passing through, like I said. We're all passing through here. This is not our home. Nobody stays here forever. So I just hope somebody, at least starts to wake up. I mean, people at least know that, but everybody has a religion. I respect it. Whatever, cool. I've been, like I said, I was in the army. So I deployed to Iraq, Kuwait, blah, blah, etc. But, crazy thing about it is, even though I've been in those, places, a lot of them never talked about religion, even though I heard it over the speakers, cool. I mean, that's not my thing, but even then, like I respect that, like, cool, like, even then, they never came up to me and tried to convert me. That's the difference I see over there compared to over here. But see, the thing is, we were soldiers, so like I said, I have that experience. It's kind of hard for another person to want to convert somebody that's a soldier that's killing your people. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm a Native American, so indigenous creature, whatever you want to call it. Um, it's weird when you try to come up to me and be like, "Oh yeah, just believe and be saved." It's like, uh, you people, like not you people, but like your grandfathers, etc. Like they didn't like my people. Like, okay, there's a book out there called Apache Land. If anybody is into books, get it. I'll try to find the link or whatever. It talks about my grandfather in the Verde River in Arizona. So it's written fact. This is written fact about my family. This is what I'm saying. This is pre-television, pre whatever you want to call it, pre your education. Okay, it's written fact. So this is what I'm saying. His number, my grandfather's number, when you guys came was MD11. They didn't have a name for him because, like I said, our language is different from your guys' language. Our language is older. But the book is called Apache Land, but I'll try to find the author. But in the book, my grandfather's name, they're given, somebody named him Jim Whitehead. Okay. But his name before, or his, so it's like this. It's like the Holocaust. So like when the Nazis invaded or whatever, World War II, what happened with all the, you know, Jews? They were tagged with numbers. Well, history repeats itself, people. Go get Apache Land book if you want, if you're following me, so you find out. If you're gonna follow me, cool. So we can do this together. But I forgot what page. I'll try to find it, but it's listed in that book, Apache Land. My grandfather, Jim Whitehead, number was MD11. Okay, history repeats itself. So we're gonna go through that. This is just what I'm saying. So back to what I was saying. we don't believe in it because it's written fact. It's in there. It's in there. It's there. My grandfathers were friends with a cattle. We were cattle people. Okay, so at least at that time, because it's written in there. Somebody's account of my great grandfathers, and then they're talking about their great grandfathers fighting each other. So it's always been fighting. There's always been something going on. But then they were actually friends. So, you know, I'm just trying to be like a neighbor, like my short, and tell you guys before I go back to my, res life and chillax and just chill. Yeah. I'm done. Like I keeping up with the Joneses, and that's just all. That's I'll tell you later about how I think. And it's no disrespect to you guys because, like I said, is when you're programmed and you don't realize you're programmed. It's not sad. It's not. It's just you live a different lifestyle because nothing impresses you. Nothing is. It's just all programmed. It's just a matrix. It it's nothing. It's to me. It's like rich people having money, like extreme. Like the wealthiest guy is like, oh, this is peasants. Like ew, like that's platinum. Ew. But like me, like I'm like, damn, you don't even know where letters derive from. But you want to disrespect somebody that that doesn't have money, but you don't realize that you're just a slave. But no offense, but you're just a slave. Like communication is a key, but this is what I'm saying. Like people need to go back to like, you know, knowing what's going on. And money ain't everything. It really isn't. Like this is a trip. Even though I'm in this nice hotel, it really isn't nothing because honestly, I got this. This was for free. Yeah, I don't pay for really anything, but I'm definitely blessed because of the people that I know. But not that I know I love, and I love you guys. This is what I'm doing. I love you guys because I don't want to see my family, you guys, deceived anymore. 40 years, 40 plus years of my life, and I've been quiet, and now it's time to say something. I don't want to get too emotional, but you know, it just needs to be said because I love you guys, and I hate that this world does this to you guys. It's not cool. It really is not like it messes with my brain because it's like like I've been married too, so I got a divorce, so like I know how it is to be lied to. It hurts. Even with evidence, you're like, damn, you're like, damn, like you still gonna lie to me even though I have evidence, like. But that's just when I know programming. We just need to get people to realize the programming, okay? That's all I'm saying. Just realize the programming of the lettering. That's it. We can still have education. We can still do all that, but we just gotta realize the programming and to unprogram the programming in this. You see what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I'm saying. So if you're still sticking with me, and we're gonna continue this before I go. Basically, I'm already social media list. This is my only platform. So before I'm completely unelectrified, or antronics, or whatever you call it. I'll keep getting y'all. All right. But like I said, on this Easter's, but it's actually resurrection. So, and big ups to Mary Magdalene, the first evangelist. Yes, the first evangelist. And I got an issue on that too. Not with Mary or any of that. No, not just the story, because we'll talk about that later too, because I got some questions that need to be answered. Yes, like I said, I read the Bible too. But big ups to Mary Magdalene. 2,000 years ago, you were the first one that saw the Messiah. And at the resurrection, after the resurrection in the morning, well, actually, like I said, we actually follow the same type of time frame as the Hebrews did back then. It was everything happened. The day started that at night, Friday night, which is your society's Friday night. Yeah, but it was already their sat. Or I'll explain that later too. But anyways, um, yeah. So Mary Magdalene, big ups. You're the first one to tell the disciples that the Messiah rose after death. So we're gonna talk about that too, because all the Messiah did was make a way for the humans to be, I guess, have a body and be saved and do things and go back and forth from heaven. So we'll go over that later. But like I said, from an in-day perspective, aka gone, because my people believe in mountain spirits. And well, the Messiah took Moshe and Eli, well, up a high mountain. So there's coincidences in this with your guys' religion. Well, not religion, I want to say Christianity. With the, well, yeah, all that scripture stuff. Because, Moses went up the mountain to get the, you know, um, law and etc. And Abraham had to go up a high mountain, and so etc. 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 But my people, the Gan of Inde, aka Apache, were mountain spirits. So, but like I said, when the confrontation happened between my people and your people, it was because of religion. But it makes sense because we had similar creation stories. But we'll go over that later too, because like I said, this is has to be said before I leave. Like I said, happy Resurrection Day. I don't celebrate Easter, so no offense, okay? This is just this is my point of view through my culture of Gan, okay? And you Hebrews know what Gan is. Yes, I am a Gan, but from Gan. So, no, and not Gehenna. So that's another place, but we'll go over that later. So, yeah, this is all coincidences. This is all to come pointing back to the beginning of the beginning of the beginning and beginning, etc., etc. But we'll go over that later. But anyways, yes, happy Resurrection Day. I'll be at the park, maybe, but please be careful. Okay, please be careful. Watch out for your kids, and just stay safe. Safety first, as always. Safety, safety, safety. Love you guys. Peace, and choose peace.